I'm often asked what you can do to break a deadlock. Now, of course, we know this is a particularly difficult situation that unfortunately many of us have to deal with on a regular basis. One of the most effective things that you can do to break a deadlock is to put focus on the process that supports the negotiation. So if you can gain people's commitment to stick with the negotiation, then it's far more likely that you're going to resolve the issue. Let me give you an example. So say you're stuck in a deadlock. You might ask your counterparty to commit to reaching resolution. And that, of course, will then lead you to agree with them certain steps that you can follow so that you can facilitate resolution of the issue. So you might agree to have a series of meetings, maybe to appoint a subcommittee to consider certain elements. But by getting your counterparty's agreement to the process elements, they're far more likely to stay at the table, which will hopefully end up in breaking this deadlock. One of the other elements that you can attempt within this context is to focus on building trust. You can be pretty sure that if you're sitting across the table from somebody and they won't share information with you, and the negotiations become positional, that's symptomatic of a lack of trust within the negotiation. So you might as well forget about achieving the substantive goals and just focus on how you can regain or rebuild the trust elements. And of course, we know this is often best done away from the negotiation table. So, a good idea might be to invite somebody to a social function or maybe to spend time with them, not in a business environment, so that you can build some of that personal rapport and interpersonal trust, which will then assist you once again within the negotiation to build some momentum towards agreement.